Okay. And difficulty, we're gonna play Wasteland because tourist and rookie way too easy, but I'm not gonna do Ranger or Supreme Jerk because I'll probably never get through the game at that rate, because I may enjoy playing games and I may be good at them, but I'm no like expert. I'm not the kind of person who can speed run or do things blind or whatever. I'm just someone who enjoys doing this. So I never do like hardcore difficulty stuff because it usually takes the fun out for me because it's too difficult or, you know, struggle. It takes a long time and you're really stressed out, you know, you've only got one save or one life and stuff like that.
It's been a rough few years for the Desert Rangers. When the world ended, they tried to bring some order to what was left of Arizona. But then, the Cochise AI woke up, and they found themselves in a fight to the death with its robot army. In the end, they had to nuke their own base to kill the damn thing for good. Been hard going ever since. Then, the Rangers heard from a fella calling himself the Patriarch. Said he owned Colorado, but his kids were trying to steal it from him. And if the Rangers were to come and put him in their place, he'd give Arizona all the food and supplies it needed to rebuild and survive.
Whoa! Sorry, Major. No way we're getting through that.
10-4, Cody. Advance team reported an alternate route across a frozen lake. Find it.
Copy that.
Well, reluctant as the Rangers are to interfere in family squabbles, they weren't really in a position to say no.
Our route's around that dam on the far shore. Scouts, check out the ice and lead us across.
Yes, ma'am.
So the Brass sent Ranger Team November across the Rockies, because the aid he was promising the Rangers wasn't just their best hope. It was their last.
Okay, Major. All good. Come ahead.
Yeah. It's been a rough road lately. But that's the thing about the Rangers. It doesn't matter how hard it gets, or how many of them fall. They keep on fighting. The Rangers never stop fighting.
Okay, then we get to character creation. Now you can of course go for these ones, like the ones they come up with for you, but we're gonna go and create our own because of course we are.
Spotted.
Get ready.
Let's do. Here they come.
I actually sort of like the names they give you as like, you know, the code names that they start off with, Coyote and stuff like that, so I actually think they're pretty good. Okay. Let's go for the woolly hood. Okay, that'll do. And then those pants. Okay, portrait. And sniper rifle. Attributes. Okay. Skills. Put 2 there. Okay, and then quirk. I might not take one, but I think I probably will. Prospect is a good one to get. Some of these are pretty useful, like Serial Killer. For every kill you get 3 AP, but you have -1 AP just overall. That's fine, because if you just kill someone, then you'll get an AP boost, and that kind of offsets that. Some of them like Paramaniac or Sadomasochist. I don't think Sadomasochist is a good one at all, because you deal more damage, but you take more damage. And that's great in a sense of you can end the fight on the first turn, but if your enemy has the first turn, you're likely to end up dead. Because plus 33% damage received is huge. Prospectors I think is just a good one because it doesn't really have a downside, like one less quick slot, but that's not a big deal because there is a perk you can get which gives you an extra skill slot, so you can just offset that later if you like. But also, I don't know what you'd have in the quick slot really anyway, and besides she's going to be a sniper, so she's not going to have grenades or anything, she's only going to have like med stuff, so she only needs one anyway, and that means you can get gold nuggets in that when you're digging in the ground, and they're actually worth quite a bit of money. And money's important, so of course it's good. 2 Pump Chump is okay, because for the first 2 turns you have 2 extra AP, but if it takes longer than that, which the later fights probably will, you have 1 less AP and a lot less hit chance as well, which is unfortunate. And the same thing with this, where it's, if an ally goes down, then you get some good bonuses, but after that, you know, you get minus AP, but also this relies on one of your allies going down, which you don't really want. From this one you get loads of resistance, but you get like a lot less XP, which is okay. I mean, this is a good one to take if you get like your intelligence or something up anyway, because this means they're not going to take as much damage from any of the elemental stuff, so that's great, but the XP offset just means they'll level up a lot slower, so unless you get your intelligence up, it's not great. So yeah, Prospect is probably a good one. I'd say Lone Wolf is a good one as well, because you get plus 20% initiative, but it means that leadership doesn't have an effect on that character at all, and the initiative isn't really a big deal early on anyway. Later on, yes, it's important to have a high initiative because you want to go first, but early game, it doesn't really make that much difference. And then this one, cannot read skill books, but you get extra effect resistance. That's not a great one. And Death Wish, I think that would be okay for like a sniper or something, because if they sit really far back and the enemy can't hit them, then they don't need to wear armor, and the extra action points means they can get an extra attack or so in, which is pretty good. Then there's obviously Bot Bag, which is good for someone who's up front, you know, someone who uses shotguns or submachine guns, because of course you need the extra armor and the combat speed isn't really a big deal. Okay, now we're on to Hawk. Again, great name.
Scumbag.
This is not the best way to begin.
New targets incoming.
This is not the best way to begin an engagement.
I think I don't know, I think I'll stick with Bookworm because the XP will be good. Starting weapon, assault rifle. Okay, attributes. Now, get that up a little bit, but then also get intelligence and charisma up, and then speed up a little bit too, I guess. Then skills, 2 in automatic weapons. I think it's always good to put 2 immediately into the combat skill that they're using, so whatever type of weapon they use, because you'll need to have at least an edge on the weapon you're using, because otherwise, kind of pointless. 2 there, 2 there, 1 there. I think I'll only put 1 in that, and then put 2 in that. Because I have played this before. I've not completed it, but I have played a little bit, so I've gotten more into it. So I do sort of know what happens, the kind of things we'll face in that, so... Okay, that will do. And Palace, if you only wonder why there's 2 when there's usually 4, it's because the other 2 appear later on. So, but now you only start off with 2. You get the other 2 members later on.
Buy me a minute. I think I can get the weapons online.
That's great, Major. Go into combat with a fancy new combat system, which also is bad. Like, and I like the graphics as well, with it being more modern than like Wasteland 2. Because I was playing that, but I thought, I'll play Wasteland 3 now that I've got it, because, I mean, I'm fine playing older games, but I think for most people they prefer something a little more modern, because the graphics are of course better, and, you know, that kind of thing. so I decided to go with this. And I do actually really enjoy this as well. I think the snow is like a nice change of setting from the desert. And I turned the tutorials off, by the way, because I've already seen the tutorials. So I don't want them to keep popping up constantly. I mean, if you're interested, you can of course play the game or whatever and you'll know what they are. Anyways. I can't say entirely for sure, but I think for this intro bit it's either scripted so you can't get hit by the enemies, or there's an extremely low chance. Because I've never once been hit by enemy fire when doing this beginning bit. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, I don't think it's possible for you to die or anything. I mean, you'd have to be seriously bad to die, or just purposely keep ending your turn and stuff like that. Just take out the least amount of enemies as possible. But then again, I don't think anyone who actually had any intention of actually playing the game properly would play like that. So look, now that warbot's going to come after me, but it's going to hit me. No, not a single one of those shots hit me. So like I said, I think it might be scripted. And now we get to use the vehicles gun, which has like a big area of effect thing. So I know we can hit all 4 of them. And boom, they're all dead.
The outcome was never in doubt. Over here, you two. Come here.
Yeah, with only 2 people surviving, like.
If you want to live through this, we gotta take out the bastards with the rocket launcher up on the dam. We'll each find our own way up there and catch them front and good.
Understood.
And remember, Arizona's depending on us. There's no giving up here. There's no going back. All right, move out.
Well, there really is no going back because you literally don't have any vehicles. So unless you want to walk all the way back to Arizona, which I don't think would be a good one. And the thing about inventory as well, which I'll just show you in a minute after I quickly do all that, is they have a shared inventory, like, between your characters. It's not like each of them has an individual one. Now, this has a lot of upsides. Yes, it's, you know, sort of unrealistic, because obviously they'd carry their own things. But from a game's perspective, this works, because this means you don't have to transfer ammo. Say, Coyote was running low on sniper ammo, but Hawk had some that could transfer it over. It's not like they share the inventory, so they will have the ammo. So if it runs out, then that means you've got no more ammo that you need to buy more. And also I think all the characters, depending on what their stats are, like their strength and that, will have an effect on how large the inventory is. So you don't need to worry about running out of room, because of course each of them contributes to the size. And I mean, I've never had a problem. I always take absolutely everything I find whenever I find it, and I've never once like run out of inventory room. So I don't even know if it's possible, really. I mean, unless you pick up every single item, don't sell anything, and you have like 1 strength on every single one of your team, then I don't think you can run out of inventory space. But I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, it may be very easy, and I've just not done a good enough job of finding stuff, but in my experience, look at all these dead people.
How should I know? Maybe you blew her up already.
Liar! I want her head. Where is she?
Fuck! Your friends are here.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, Hotlanders. Drop your guns and she doesn't die. Got it?
But luckily, see, so no, because if you just chose like this option and stuff like that, or you chose the killer option, she will kill Jodie there. So either one of these 2, I think, is what you'll need in order to save her, and you want to save her.
Okay. Fuck you! I'm gone. I'm telling my cousin.
You want to save her, trust me,
Thanks.
because
Saved my...
she's like a companion you can get. So it's good to have her, and she's pretty good as
You
well.
probably should have killed that gal, though. Gonna warn her friends. And I appreciate it. Just watch yourself. They're right outside.
Don't worry, we can look after ourselves, Jodie. We got this far, didn't we? And first aid of one as well, so we can look at our wounds.
You guys are lifesavers.
I know.
Not likely. Most of them burned with our transport. Couple more went under the ice, and... Wait. Major Tom. He might have made it. Saw him take off like a bat out of hell after we wrecked. Don't know if he'll come with you if you find him. He gets pretty spooked, but take these. Might get his attention. Okay. I'll guard your rear. Be careful.
And put this stuff.
Your mom ain't much for saying goodbyes, Jody Bell, so we're going to slip this into your pack before you leave in the morning.
We just want you to know how proud we are of you, and that we'll be praying.
Wake up, cousins! More Hotlanders coming!
Ah! Ruining our fun. Guess we better finish off the rest of them. Post up, cousin.
Now those two died because you let her get away, but I'm pretty sure if you kill that woman, they still die, because from what I know, they don't appear later down the line like Jodie does. So, I mean, if you want my advice, you know, just, you know, save Jodie, because as far as I'm aware, they're still gonna die either way, no matter what you do. So, unless you like Jodie's blood on your hands too. Come on. 80% don't fail me. Great. Good job. And first hit ever. I hate some of that, their dialogue. It's so weird and creepy. But that's kind of the point, I guess, so... I do sort of like that, the graphics, you know, of like when a bullet hits a piece of metal or whatever, it actually has sort of the effect. Shut up. And they're dead. Just leaving that guy there. But Coyote can hold on. Coyote. There we go. Job done.
Rangers, this is Major Prasad. I took an outflow pipe through to the far side of the dam. Now it looks like I can get up behind those yahoos on the top and take them unawares. Let me know when you're in position and we'll... Shit! Incoming fire! Taking cover!
Get some grenades. Almost ready. Nice.
Oh, another gut punch.
up to my name. You hearing this, Erastus? You ought to be here. The deluge of blood has begun.
Now this terminal. Oh, look, nerd one. What do you know? And then, of course, there's also the mechanics one to do the broken valve. Another thing is you can use that one to freeze that warbot and defeat it, or you can use this to hack the turret over here to kill the warbot. Either one will do the job. I just did both for the extra XP. Then you come over here, you need lockpicking 1 to open this. However, one thing that a tutorial will tell you when you get here is, when in doubt, shoot it. Problem solved. No more gate. And also, over here you'll see a mine. Now, you need the explosives 1 to disable it, but I don't have that, but it doesn't matter, you can just walk around it. Which seems kind of pointless then, doesn't it, but whatever. There we go. Then the generator there to activate to open that gate. And up we come here.
Rangers, Prasad here. Took care of the hostiles who jumped me, but those bastards are still up there on the dam. I found a spot to hunker down and give you some cover when you get there. But I'm afraid this'll be mostly on you. Good luck. And hurry.
There we go. And now, you ready? Open the door. Would have been cool if they like kicked it down. But okay.
Ah, damn it. Looks like we killed them all. Guess the fun's over. Wait a minute. Maybe not. Howdy, Hotlander. Oh, as much fun as it is killing folk long distance, I like it best when the deluge of blood happens up close and personal. You know what I mean? The rest is gonna be sorry he stayed home. He loves him some entrails.
Uh-huh.
Because it was ordained. The Darcys are the harbingers of the deluge, the motherfucking end of the old world, and the beginning of the new. And it all begins here, you little prairie dog. What I do to you, the Darcy's gonna do to all of Colorado. So squeal all you want. No one's coming to save us.
Ouch.
Holy shit! They done killed Jared!
Nice shot, Major.
Never shut up. Heads up, Rangers. More incoming.
To cover. As it warms up a little bit at least.
Trying to draw the fire.
long as I don't shoot the barrel, I'll be okay. Line them up, Major. And that's the end of their turn, I'll take a bit more fun. Straight bullet killed that guy, nice. He's down and then... he's down. Wow. Hold on a minute. That's not right at all. How strange. Usually when I play this, two people come out of that room over there, one with an RPG.
Nice work finishing off that jerk's crew. Did you find any other survivors?
Private Bell.
Bell's a good kid. Thank you. You did... well. Now... I'm bleeding all over the paperwork. We need to head for Colorado Springs. Establish a headquarters at Peterson Air Force Base. Support the Patriarch, no matter what. We do that, and the Patriarch sends aid to the Arizona Rangers. We don't, and the Rangers are fucked. And that brings me to the secret orders. Only me. Got them from General Woodson. When we first heard from the Patriarch, General Woodson sent an advance team to Colorado, led by Angela Death. But they went dark. We have to find them. No. She found her way home, then found out all her squad mates had died fighting. Cochise. Probably why she volunteered for the advanced team mission. Got her away from her ghosts. Give me a second. Catch my breath, and we can go.
And then, of course, you can do the... just die like a ranger. You can do the, you know, just shoot her, and then you can do the first aid one. And I think the first aid one's probably the best. Just let her die peacefully, not like, just die, for God's sake. And obviously helping her up in that she's gonna die anyway. There is no way to save her. So...
all right. Do it. Oh, warm.
She just dies a much more peaceful death. So, and then you get this stuff, which is cool. Because the rust bug we've got is 5 to 6 damage times 3. That's 7 to 8 times 3. So let's equip that. Put on some armor. Okay, let's go. Because there was supposed to be like 2 people come out of this room here. But into the other to his right, it's got like 6 lockpicks on the door. So I don't know whether it was like they're not supposed to come out of that room or what. Because look, there's no one in here. So obviously they're either scripted to come out of here or something, so I don't know. And then you could just come over here. Do not miss this. Major Tom. Cat. This is Major Tom. He's a cat, not a person, as you'd think at first. But he's even cooler than a person. Because you're supposed to get a bazooka as well from this. Like 2 people come out of that room, one of them has an RPG, you get the RPG off him. So I don't know what happened, but whatever.
Hey, Jerry, little brother, how goes that deluge of blood? You dry gulched them Hotlanders yet?
Ooh.
Jared's dead! They killed him! Gunned him down like a dog!
Oh, come on.
What? No! No! If I ever catch who did this, they're dead! Every last one of them dead! You hear
Totally. Now we can travel to Colorado Springs.
Was that Major Prasad? They got her?
Well, no, technically we killed her, but okay.
Fuck this place. Fuck it.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the Patriot.
3 when there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand.
Oh, sorry. Maybe if you had better control over your people.
Ambush was my fault.
There you go, see?
And I owe you more than explanations and apologies. So, here's something more tangible. The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you want some vengeance for what was done to you, he's yours.
On Leadership 2 you can do something else, but I don't know why you'd have Leadership 2 at the beginning, but whatever.
Be my guest. Well done.
Don't know how
I
we're gonna
wish
show
I
another
could
shotgun
give
we
you
didn't have
all
one.
the Dorseys. And maybe, before all this is over, I will. But for now, let me address your immediate needs. In addition to this base and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources to return your force to full strength. Recruiting, training, and equipping. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it. My hands don't shake. There's nothing wrong with me. And if you say there is, you'll be going back to Arizona empty-handed. Understood?
Yeah, he's really pushy about
Quit
that.
asking about things that aren't your concern, and answer the question.
Because, spoiler alert, he's sick and he's dying. That's why he needs our help. But he's not going to admit it, of course. No, he'd just be all
I'm glad
sucky
to
up.
find you so amenable. I hope that means we're going to get along. Now, introductions. My name is Saul Buchanan. I own Colorado, though you'll meet some who disagree. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and, more importantly, do the job I brought you here to do. Now, yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. 2 of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Kwan of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatsky. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
Okay.
Do not make me come down
First of all, time the dolls ever shit in my face.
Welcome, Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Kwan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly.
No idea. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off. How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules. Thanks. I can hardly hear myself think.
Alarm, 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 fire is alarm. A warning to you, intruder. Visit a secure, full-permit facility you commit trespassing against. If authorization or you will be penalized. Negative. Servitors became active a week ago after a prolonged get with power storm. We are prepared to destroy foul intruders such as yourself.
Oh, hey man. How's it going? Now usually I would use this option to get them to stand down, but I didn't think ahead and I haven't put a point into it. So I guess we'll fight them. But don't worry, we've got Major Tom on our side, so we've got this. Get him, Mick Tom. Atta boy. Pretty strong cat, isn't he?
Uh-oh. They have us at a disadvantage.
Boom. And now we can also use... Well, that's no problem. I hope she's doing alright. You know? Hope she enjoyed the walk and everything. It's no problem. Regards to you making this stream, I haven't done any streams or videos or anything in a long time because I've been like so busy over the past week or so with so many different things that I just have not had the time. And it's been so annoying because I want to get more videos and that done, but then I've just, you know, not had the time or anything, which I absolutely hate. You know, because if you don't make videos, then people obviously aren't gonna have anything to watch. They stop watching. So it's kind of annoying when you don't have any, you don't make videos, but it's whatever. I have to deal with the time I have and try and do what I can. You know?
The outcome was never in doubt.
Excellent. And boom, now we have our own base.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here. As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory.
Good names.
2 of them conspired against me, and the 3rd blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him. They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
Children, such a pain, aren't they?
Ain't you smart?
Indeed I am.
I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash. That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP.
Maybe you should have been a better dad, huh? Ever think about
And
that?
when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear? Good. Then let me tell you where they are. Victory's holed up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. Anything else you need to know?
Now, again, it's good to have barter one, because you get some extra supplies in that forum. That you can get some good guns or medical supplies or whatever, but again, I don't have barter one, which is kind of annoying. But the thing is there are so many skill checks and stuff in the dialogue this early on that you can't get all of them unless you, like, cheat and hack the game or something, but obviously I'm not doing that. Because there's about 4 or 5 different skill checks throughout the main story bit at the beginning, and then here there's another like 3 or 4. So, you know, unless you can somehow get a point or 2 into all of them, you know, it's not going to happen.
What do you want to know? Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshals, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy. Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death. That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest. Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd tortured cats, terrorized the servants, set the house on fire, and he's only got worse. The things he's done to the women.
Again, terrible parenting. You obviously haven't done anything about it.
Anyway, I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while ago and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse. Now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some rangers as well. Don't get your hopes up. Vic likes to play with hostages. Might not be much left by the time you find them. Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt. Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city. No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now. No, but the Gippers are tough and well-armed, and Denver's a death trap.
And then Liberty.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains, everyone working for her. Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected. At least I raised one. You'd better. Anything else? Uh-huh. The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wipe them out years ago, but... mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most. Possibly. But I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them. Good. What else do you need?
And that's it.
Of course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me, maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the marshals in Colorado Springs. She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who've been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since their raid fell apart. Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do. That's what I like to hear. I expect great things from you, Rangers. Do good work. All right, let's move out.
And off he goes. Now we've leveled up. Let's see.
Rangers. Come talk. Good job, Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits. Just like the Patriarch promised you. And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad? My advice is to put together, and you keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Now we get to make 2 more Rangers. Of course, you can pick any of these, you know, that he's made. All of them are sort of, you know, average, not too good, not too bad, sort of thing. You know, it's not a big deal. But personally, just create your own. I mean, if you've never played these types of games before and you don't know how to distribute skills and you're not too sure about what kind of paths to take and stuff like that, then you probably should pick some pre-made ones, because of course it'll be easier for you. But if you are confident, then, you know, just meet your own, because that way you can control the kind of skills and stuff they have, because otherwise it's sort of a waste of points if you pick one it's already made and you don't like what's wrong with it and stuff. appearance, helmet. Um, okay, put that up, get leadership up. Like, survival I don't think is that big of a deal, it just basically helps you with, like, dealing with ambushes and boost your damage against non-human stuff, but it's not a huge deal or anything, honestly. It's up to you whether you want to take it or not, of course. And quirk. I'll take two-point jump. Confirm. 3, and then on to the last one.
Get
Are you crazy?
Oh, are we? If you want to brawl, knock yourselves out.
Huh. Yeah, this is like, the name's sort of like, you know, a nickname. It's not like a normal human person's name. Valkyrie. Hellcat. I wonder how many there are that it can pick from. There obviously aren't actually that many, but it goes over a lot of the same ones again. Oh, jazz. I think I'll go with Pegasus.
Are we going? Okay.
Okay, 3 in there. And then there we go. That's job done. There's our team. Coyote, Hawk, Scarlet, and Pegasus.
Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up. Now that we've got that sorted, now you're the boss here. So I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base. Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth... After that, you might... Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs...
Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are gonna need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, well, I know this city like the back of my hand. Plus, I'm a sure shot.
Now, of course, he immediately joins our team, which gets us up to 5 members. So we go from 2 to 5. And the reason, I'll just show you his skills. As you can see here, he has, you know, first aid, sneaky, and his automatic weapons is incredibly high, and he has a special weapon as well, the Convincer, which is pretty good as well. Later down the line, it'll need change back, but it's only a level 5 assault rifle, but for now, that is one of the best that we have. But as you can see here this is a perk I didn't put any points into for anyone else, for the main point of he already has it. Now of course, you can upgrade them, so he'll up level with the rest of them. Like he's level 4 and they're level 3, so he's only 1 level ahead of them, so they'll catch up pretty quick. And yeah, I can put points into this and stuff like that, so he is the suck up, you know, the person who's good at sweet talking everybody, whereas Coyote over here is the one who's good at convincing people to see things her way. So yeah. So now we have our team, and boop, there they are. Now you're allowed to explore the base, and stuff like that, the ruins and that, and you will find all sorts of stuff lying around.
Garage. If you get this cleaned out, you can put your truck in here.
And I would suggest, before you go anywhere else, search the entire base. because if you get your lockpicking stuff up, then you can search these trucks and find some stuff in there. And, you know, then you've got this machine here. If you have mechanics level 3, you can do something else. I'm not entirely sure what, but yeah. So basically, if you get your skills up to reasonable levels and then search the place, you can find all sorts of interesting things.
Tired of gridlock? Sick of dodging reckless drivers? Fed up with paying a fortune to shady mechanics that never actually fix your car? Consolidated Atomics has the answer. Introducing Hermes, the revolutionary vehicle AI that's an expert driver, navigator, and auto mechanic all in one. Hermes remembers your daily commute, gathering up-to-the-minute traffic reports to plot the quickest route to your destination. The AI also takes care of basic maintenance, keeping your vehicle in peak condition.
Out the bus range,
Visit your local dealership for information on a Hermes upgrade kit today.
Oh, you see it's not there on fire as well? No, Major Tom. Don't let Major Tom die. Yeah, as you can see, he has a yellow health bar instead of the blue, and that's because he's classed as an ally, not a teammate. Now, if you're wondering what the difference is, it basically means that he has his own separate turn. We don't control him or anything. He will basically do as he wishes, sort of thing. He'll move where he wants and attack whoever he wants whenever we're in combat. But he will just follow you around while you're not in combat. But he doesn't count as like a member of your team or anything, so you can gather allies as well. Because sometimes when you start a fight and you're next to people who are like on your side, like a faction you support or something like that, they will engage in combat with you, but they will have their own separate turn. Because they're not on your team, they're just an allied faction. That's basically what that yellow health bar means. Like I said, you can't control them or anything, can't up level them or whatever. They have a set level, set skills, all that kind of thing. And of course, Major Tom's just a cat, so all he can do is run up and scratch and bite them. But he's a good cat. He's a strong cat.
Pretty grand in here. Maybe you can make it your trophy hall or museum or something. Or a handball court.
A little bit of a... He's basically foreshadowing what you can turn this into later. Oh, come on. Oh, what? There you go. And then... watch your minutes, you ready? Go. Easy. They didn't even have a chance. Like, you can just find all sorts of different stuff around the base. You can just repair stuff. That's cool. Sign. Anyway, hope everyone's doing okay. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be streaming tomorrow as well, if you want to come and hang out.
Please, don't shoot. Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals. I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go.
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us. But you're not beholden to them. We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here. For any of us. Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping. Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks and we never set anything off before. We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed. And more are always coming.
Your call. Won't make the volunteers happy, but the Patriarch put you in charge.
You said yes. Well, I was sure you wouldn't. We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can. Thank you for giving us a chance. Oh, and one of our people is missing. Andy. If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us? Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
Hey, howdy. Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I? Rangers, huh? Cool, man. Cool. I, like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. Long time ago. That's cool. Helping's good. I like helping. Are there, like, more of you here? Oh, so not many then, huh? Don't worry, you'll make new friends, I bet, though. You seem real friendly, nice. Oh, yeah, man, of course. I don't mind. My name? Ned. Harry. Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. I kind of been here for a while. Couldn't tell you, man. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups. Man, I got everything I need in here to keep on.
I see a couple of mushrooms in the corner.
Little crack in the ceiling over there drips some water. So I just gotta lick the wall when I'm thirsty. And, you know what they say about... So I added a little self-made fertilizer. Yeah, man, yeah. Yum, yum. Oh, yeah, and, bugs, when they come by.
Yikes.
Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites. That was a good, but yeah, mainly mushrooms. Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, kinda hard to keep track of how, but, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, tired-eyed, oh man, so a while ago. And yeah, then after a while, the alarm, well, anyway, we talked, hope she didn't die.
He's a ramble on.
Well,
What is
actually,
this?
she said I wouldn't be suitable for her. Man, there was, but, yeah.
Can I just shoot you or something?
Yeah, okay, because, oh, man, didn't you? Okay, like, well, so a guy I used to be friends with, well, I guess he was more of a business partner.
Okay.
Friend, though, too, man. Like, former friend who decided he didn't, want to go split seas anymore. So he, when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man. Thought he was my friend, Oh, man.
Your call on this one, Rangers, but...
I'd really
really like to get out of here.
Oh man, just like everybody else. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you around. Maybe.
See you later. What a weird guy.
Well, this must have been the mess hall. Better get this up and running pronto. Keeping your people well fed is probably the easiest way to keep them loyal.
Sounds about right, yeah. Some people, honestly. Let's see if we can find Andy. We're around here somewhere. I never actually explored the base that much when I played this the first time, so I never spoke to the refugees beforehand and stuff like that. I haven't been up in these towers and stuff. Jesus Christ, that scared me. I don't scare easily, but God, that sudden jump. Like I just saw something flash up on the screen and boom, gone. Didn't even have a chance. Hello, vehicle. So, I guess Andy must be over this way somewhere. Bye, rabbit. I can't think of where else he'd be. Goodbye, Major Tom. So, oh, dig spot. There we go, got some golden nuggets. They're worth 500. So, pretty valuable. That's why it's good to take the Prospector perk, because they're actually very valuable. So, you know, take them. Is this guy Andy? No, it's a woman. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Unless your name is Andy. Could be a woman, I guess. Yeah, he's not here. Is he one of the dead people? I don't think he'd be one of these dead people, would he? He said if we find him, bring him back, which I presume means, you know, he's around here somewhere in the base, since there's nowhere else he'd go. But I can't find where he is. I've checked that room, that room, checked the mess, checked the other room, prisoner room, the cells. He's not in the war room. He's not in here or anything, is he? Oh, stairs. He could be around here, possibly. Suppose I can actually get up here. Yeah, so he's not in here either.
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back.
Sure.
Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Yeah, so I have no idea where Andy is.
October 12th, 1998. 6. No. 7 months since the bomb fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Orders to be
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. I'm still healing up. Go out and find your footing while I get back on my feet. Oh man, more every day. This place is nice and all. Kind of majestic with all the mountains and wild weather, but we gotta finish up our business with the Patriarch and get the supplies he promised us back home. People are counting on us. My folks are counting on us. Sorry, I just want to get this done and get back to them. Later.
Okay, well, on the stream here, it's been over an hour. We've discovered the base and stuff like that, and done basically a little prologue bit. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time, which I said should hopefully be tomorrow, probably around 8-9 o'clock UK time. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Thanks Simon for coming on and talking. And yeah, I'll see everybody next time. Thank you so much, and goodbye.